Hello, everybody. Welcome to 10-Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. This is Fredo. And we're bringing you today's video, crazy. Say hi, Fredo. So we're bringing you today's video. As always, guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We're just a small family channel. Me, the wife, the little fuzzy crazy one right here. And we love to talk about books. She loves to lick books. The rest of us love to read books, want to talk about them, and we would appreciate any support you guys might want to give us. Otherwise, just check the links down below for a link to today's book and any other applicable links we may be able to come up with. Thank you very much to our patrons, by the way. And today I want to talk about Katie Robertson and the book Wraith 3. Wraith 3 just came out a little bit ago. I was really looking forward to it. Wraith and Wraith 2 were books that I was a huge fan of. And I was just absolutely dying for book 3. Now, I'm not going to talk about the usual 4 categories because I've already talked about that already: the world, the characters, the plot, so on and so forth. I'm just going to talk about the book. I obviously don't need to talk about the writing style. We all know Katie Robertson's writing style. And if not, you're going to love it. Just go back, check out book 1. I may link book 1 down below the video as well. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, let's talk about the book. Now, I want to preface this by saying I did enjoy the book. I enjoyed the book a lot. I am definitely looking forward to book 4, without a doubt. That being said, I do consider this the weakest of all 3 books. The best, not the best plot. I think book 2 had the best mystery, per se, in it, although this one was good and was interesting. But as he continues to add more to the Archangel dolls, Ezekiel, Uriel, Cushiel, as he continues to add them, more Mark IIIs, they get more interesting. Now through these books, these AIs obviously have their own personalities with their emotion engines and their abilities to kind of work around their directives, stuff like that. They do have their own personalities. They do develop their own motivations. And one of the things that Nick Waits, the detective, the lieutenant detective, one of the things that he does try and make clear is his own feelings that the artificial intelligences, the AIs, be it an AI mainframe or even just an AI doll like one of the Archangels or some of the other dolls out there, that they are people. They're fully intelligent, fully self-aware people. In his mind, they're absolutely people. And he does a really good job, or Katie Robertson does a really good job of portraying that within the book. So a lot of the little quirks and things do make a lot of sense. However, as we added another 1,000 Mark III dolls, and we've added a few more little twists and turns, but definitely a lot more of the dolls within the city and underneath technically Nick's command or control. Plus, we've got the military doll Cushiel that is somewhat separate and yet can get pulled over to the police from time to time. The artificial intelligences are getting it's getting a little over the top with their childishness. And that's actually, it takes me out of the book. It takes me out of whatever scene when they're acting like 3-year-olds, and in some cases they are, and I get that. And we are trying to portray that these dolls are not robots. These are artificial intelligences. These are intelligence with emotions, their own thoughts, their own personalities, and they're going to have their own interactions on them. And yes, technically, theoretically, they are very young. However, they are acting like 2 and 3-year-olds, and it honestly is getting old because it's getting a little too over the top, and it jerks me out of the scene every single time. But I managed to get right back into whatever scene it is because the book, again, is just absolutely fascinating. And once again, we have another very large mystery. Last time around it dealt with a bank and with AIs, and it was awesome because we got to see the space elevator, we got to go outside of New Babylon, and we got to see more of the other governments. And this time around, we do once again. Now this time, almost all of the action occurs within New Babylon. However, what we have this time is we have a mass murder that goes across the altnet, basically the internet. The internet in this area pretty much attacked, and it actually leads to a number of deaths, a number of injuries. Because remember, 99.99999% of the population are connected all the time to the internet via neural implants. Our detective is one of the extreme rarities that is unable to do them because of a disease, so he is completely separated from it. So everybody suffers this attack at the same time, and again, leads to a number of deaths. And that is what Nick is investigating. And this investigation leads him to political entities, to government entities outside of New Babylon, to political entities, to spy agencies, to corporations, to the major corporations. The Wraith series it's almost like a future cyberpunk is future, but it's very cyberpunkish, and with the power of the corporations, how strong they are, how powerful they are, how extrajudicial they are in many ways, how some of them maintain their own armies, how most will build the armies now, the robot armies and the doll armies, so of course they have their own armies, but build their own armies, full-blown armies for not just the soldiers, but the helicopters, the battleships, the ships, whatever it may be. And this investigation spans all of it, which is awesome because we continue to learn more about this world that Katie Robertson is building. And again, it's very cyberpunkish, which is a whole lot of fun. Now, as things start to narrow down, we start to get a few ideas of where it's going and who the bad guys may be. Kind of makes you go, okay, yeah, good, the usual big bad evil, such and such. But again, we throw in those corporations and a few twists and turns, because the corporations and the people up in the spires, they're genuinely untouchable. They're so rich, they're so powerful, and we get to see a little bit of Nick's potential dark side, how tough he is getting. Because remember, he's not a detective, he's a computer programmer that got turned into a detective, roughly a year ago in book time. And since then, is basically the main, maybe the only detective left in the entire city. So he's pretty much a top law enforcement human in the entire city, with a couple of minor exceptions. But as far as practicing law enforcement, investigating law enforcement, it absolutely is Nick. So it's interesting how that goes, and who he has to lean on, where he has to get help from. But we learn so much more about this world and about the corporations. But seeing Nick just get a little bit tougher at the end, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, and he's definitely got some ruthless tendencies to him. So guys, you guys gotta check out Wraith 3. Absolutely must check out Wraith 3. Thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you next time. Bye now.